Well, hello there. Nice to see all of you. Sure, you're working hard. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, we've watched some criticism come up now that this idea that we're putting together is growing and it's about to evolve. People don't like what we're about to do, but that's okay. It's okay. They're just going to have to live with it. Now, we've seen a lot of the monetization debate come about. Do not accept money on the behalf of Anonymous because Anonymous is not supposed to be about money, and all of these things, which are all understandable. It all makes sense. I get the I get side A of the debate. I understand it. Let's not lie to ourselves about it. But side B of the debate holds and maintains a particular level of power that has to be utilized. Someone, somewhere, has to do these steps. If they don't get done, we're going to be stuck with our dick in our hands. Okay? Now, don't act like we don't check our shit with people. In the one little group that I work with predominantly, which is the Resistance, there's over 4,000 people that are allowed to view what it is that we do. You're allowed to view it. Just because you don't view it is not my problem. Just because you don't vote on it is not my problem. Okay? If the Resistance moves forward with an idea that you don't like and you had an opportunity to say that you didn't like it, you should have told us. You really, because for what it's worth, your argument probably held a whole lot of water, but you chose not to provide it. Is there protest amongst protesters? Of course there will be. It's exactly what I'm fucking illustrating. Protesters gathering themselves together, and someone doesn't agree. Well, you're entitled to fucking protest. Don't come into the Resistance and forget how to do your job. Come on now. This is the Resistance. I'm not supposed to have to tell you how to do your job. You're just supposed to know how to do it. If you are here, you are qualified. It's part of the job. So why monetize? How could that possibly be useful? I don't know. Everybody wants to see global change. They want to put their money where their mouth is. For centuries, even millennia, religions were the cause of that. That's where people put their money. You want to change the world, you give your money to God. That's what you did. That was just how it was done. We're going to utilize this ideological mindset. We're not going to put our money in a religion. And then, let's not lie to ourselves. I put that idea out there. Well, why don't we just become a religion? We can accept money, it's tax-free, we can put the money where we want it, we just hold a vote once a month, where does the money go? The Resistance is entitled to see the bank account, transparency, through and through, and they get to choose where they put the money every month. A lot of things would have to be discussed and figured out, but the general ideology behind it wasn't a bad one. But we didn't want to go towards religion. We didn't want to be the next Westboro Baptist Church that protests everything. Because for what it's worth, it was the Westboro Baptist Church and Scientology that gave me the ideology behind creating resistance-minded religion. That's not so far out of scope there. Your ministry is the truth, and your missionary work is the protesting in front of City Hall. Your doctrines are the doctrines of the world leaders of old, all of them, not just one, but all of them. All of those who were peace activists, such as Gandhi, we can get into Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, JFK, Lenin, Michael Jackson, Tupac. It goes on. All of those revolutionary, free-thinking individuals who have created a doctrine for their lives is allowed to be used as a doctrine for a religion of sorts. So yes, the idea is there. It works. But the Resistance decided to backburner it. No one's going to want to sign up to a religion. Nobody really wants that. All right, well, good call, guys. Thank you. What about a corporation? We could do a corporation, can't we? We're allowed to take money, and we could put that money where we wanted to, and if we wanted to go after Walmart, when our corporation could sue their corporation, we could fight on the same battlefield. Great ideas. Let's not lie to ourselves. But the Resistance, again, stepped forward and said no. becoming a corporation is one step too close to the dark side. Very fair argument. Very fair debate. I had to stop my train of thought. I had to move forward for a different ideology. It took me about 6 to 8 months because I started to lose hope. I was like, well, the religious aspect, no one's going to buy it. The corporate aspect, no one's going to like it. What about nonprofit organization? Let's see how the people will bite on that. So I started doing a little bit of research and seeing how we go about establishing ourselves and making sure that people knew who and what we were and how it would be done. Nonprofit organizations, they don't pay taxes, very much like a religion. They're tax exempt. We could do what we wanted with our money. Okay. Can we get that money international? Well, we're going to need a few international chairmen to pull it off, but we could do it. All right, well, the Resistance is an international group. We're bound to root out the right people who want to be a representative of this. So I started to think it really seriously. But where is the Resistance going to receive money? How is this revolution going to move forward in the way it needs to move forward? Now, we have to be very careful with this ideology because we know, as well as everybody else, that the Red Shield bankers, the corporate elites, they have a habit of funding both sides of the war. We don't want to become one of the sides that is able to be funded by the elitist corporations. So, knowing and understanding this flaw and this immense room for infiltration, we have to organize ourselves in somewhat of a better way. You know, receiving $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 investments would be great. It would also be worrisome because where the fuck did the money come from? So we're looking for these easy ways, right? Finding a way to throw some cash into an account that quite literally doesn't exist. And I've watched people burn their money. Burn money. And burn their debit cards and their credit cards. And I get the ideology behind it. Trying to remove the money from circulation. Well, if that is your only plan, is to remove the money from circulation, why not take it and instead of burning it, throwing it into an account? You know, kind of like what every religion on the planet has done, withdraw the currency from circulation. You're burning it, you're doing the exact same thing. But until we actually become a resource-based economy or any form of new governance applicable, the money aspect is and will always be a factor in our decision making. Don't hide it. That's where corruption is born. Don't hide the fact that you need particular resources, and once resources are received, don't hide what you did with them. And don't make bad decisions with it, because that's what leads to protest. Okay? I know it looks weird, guys. I'm not a fucking moron. So I've decided to do for you what you want your political leaders to do for you. Yeah, that's some weird ass shit to see. I get it. It's fucking new. It's a real person sitting behind a real camera, talking to real people, trying to put together real solutions, and unfortunately, we've come to the point in the equation in which it requires real money. It was all fun and games when we were sharing sandwiches and protesting at City Hall. It was all nice when we were singing songs of love and getting the world to pay attention. But it won't always be that way. So, why did I want a religious aspect? I want to secure every right that every anonymous resistance revolutionary protester maintains. I wanted to make those rights and freedoms a religious right and freedom. Don't laugh at it. Look at what the Westboro Baptist Church have been able to do in the name of a religion. You can do whatever you want with the resources. See, we've only utilized what we had to our disposal to a 50%. We've taken over every internet aspect we could imagine. We have groups, we have think tanks, everything online is there. Welcome the project off the page. We're going to take everything that you have, that you've ever thought of, that you ever put together online, and we're going to take it off the page and into reality. Now, a lot of these things are expensive, and a lot of them are cheap. Okay? The expensive, we shall do. The cheap, you shall do. How does that sound? I'm not a wealthy, fucking rich guy. I'm not. But there's ways to make money in this world. And let's figure something out here. If I'm Tin Man, because if his name didn't fucking set you off as to what he was doing, then you got a hell of a lot more research to do about what John Connor really is. But if my Tin Man goes and he makes some videos, and he throws an ad on them, and all you got to do is click that ad, and it's going to send Tin Man money. Why, Connor? Connor, aren't you the leader? Aren't you the one leading this shit? Aren't you the one putting it together? Why would you give Tin Man your financial responsibilities? Because I'm not allowed to. Okay? I can't put an entire thing together and start taking everybody's money. Corruption can be born there. So, we delegate. The resistance has allocated Tin Man. Why Tin Man? What's he? Okay, so we just elected Tin Man God. Get the fuck over it. Okay? He's going to take care of our videos. He's going to take care of monetizing the videos. He's going to take care of running the finances from these videos into the bank accounts. From this bank account, a great meridian of his programs are going to be put together. Yeah, sure, his programs seem local at first. But you guys are thinking that the Tin Man is going to have a hard time putting his John Hancock on a piece of paper that said that the Sanctuary Recovery Program is now available internationally. That's not going to bother him. You know what I mean? We got these programs all over the world that need money. Programs that were born within the collective of Anonymous. How are they going to get it? Conspiracy Anon, he knows what he's fucking doing. He knows what he's doing. He's putting his fucking money together. He's putting his money where it's got to go, when it's got to go there. He's looking at us all saying it's not impossible, and I so thank him for that. Okay? I told you once, and I'll say it again. You take that mask off, and you go do some shit, put John Hancock at the bottom of a few pages, get into the game. Yeah, we know the game is rigged. But do we not play the game differently knowing that it's rigged? Have you never played a game on the PlayStation Network knowing that your opponent has hacked it? And you know that you're going to kick his ass anyway? Let them rig the game. Don't worry about it. Jesus fucking Christ. We come from the Game Genie era. Okay? Put in all the cheat codes they know. We adapt. We move forward. That's all we can do. But for now, let's see how much money we can make. Let's take a very amusing approach. Because legitimately, let's not lie to ourselves here. Here's a nifty little secret for you. When you click on an ad that has been monetized for the resistance receives money. This much is true. Did you take the money out of your own wallet? No, you didn't. For what it's worth, the person who has to cut the resistance a check is the corporation who wanted the ad on our video in the first place. So this is my call to action to you. Make the corporation cut the biggest check humanly fucking available. Hey, over a 6-month process. Next thing you know, fucking Lysol's cutting $1 million check because Tin Man's the best advertiser on the planet. Now we got $1 million check in the Resistance bank account. What do we do with this money? I don't know. We're not allowed to dream this big yet. We have to put limitations upon our dreams because the financial funding isn't available. We're about to crash that border. Just like we crashed the Babylonian Age. God says, confound their languages so that this may never happen again. Google says, hit the translate button and everybody knows what they're saying. We're saying we can't move forward because we don't have money. We're saying monetize videos on YouTube, make the corporation cut the check to the resistance, bust the barricade. Yes, along the way, we're going to find corruption. The entire reason as to why we don't put money on anon videos or ads on anon videos, aside from the fact that it's fucking annoying when you see an ad. Yes, this is true. But Jesus Christ, guys, we're at war. The ads don't kill you. Bullets kill you. I don't know about you, but the resistance has not purchased enough bullets to protect itself yet. So, monetize everything you have. This is why there's no intro to this video, or nothing. And the intro that will be put to this video will be designed so that it's allowed to be monetized. Start the revolution show when Connor can't have some fun. Because watch what happens when the funds come in. Watch what happens when a non-profit organization has the funds required to pay for the lawyers to defend the protesters that got their asses kicked. Because this is where we're going with this. That's what we're doing. You got protesters by the thousands in the streets. Thousands. And they all need legal representation. That's only one virtuous reason behind why we should be trying to get our hands on some money. And for those that are in the situation where you don't need your legal precedence, there's areas where they just don't need it right now. Well, maybe we put together some camps. Maybe we get some solar panels. Maybe we put some shit together for some people who actually need it. How about, this is a fucking idea. How about we go and take care of our own? That's all you have to do, guys. So don't hate on this new approach too quickly. That's all I ask. Just too quickly. At least, for what it's worth, let us fuck up first. Okay, let us fuck up. We've let everybody else in the world play with everybody else's fucking money, and they fucked up 10 times over, and nothing has happened to them. So at least let us fuck up before you dog us too hard. What's this money going to be used for? In my direct, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to .com the resistance is now. That's what's going to happen. First and foremost, is going to .com it. Through .comming it in the direction that I want to go, I'll have unlimited pages. These unlimited pages will be outsourced into, my God, it takes a whole other video to explain what I'm trying to do with the Resistance is Now website. But for what it's worth, think porno website. But not just any porno website. Think of the porno website that is a portal, a hub, where all other porno sites are available. That's the Resistance. We're just not selling porn out of this portal, that's all. Okay, that's one thing I'm going to do. It was a secondary thing. Mom talked about non-profit organization, right? That takes a little bit of money. I'm going to pay that one out of my own pocket. Don't you guys worry about that one. I'm going to register the Resistance is Now and the Worldwide Resistance Network as a non-profit organization that can legitimately collect charity donations. Why do I want to do that? I want to be able to legitimately collect donations regarding the ideology that we believe in and replace those funds in a direction that it needs to go. Is it communistic? Is it a dictatorship? Yeah, it was. For the first 3 years, John Connor dictated everything in the Resistance, and it was my way or the highway. But we're at 4,000 people now. My opinion doesn't matter. So no, it's not a dictatorship. There's 4,000 people with opinions that I have to take into consideration. Valid, useful, good opinions. So, we're working on it, step by step. But as all things, the more you work on it, and the slower it started, the faster it tends to evolve in time. And that's where we are. We're at an evolutionary step within the resistance. What's the next step? Remember last conversation I had with you guys, last video? Welcome to the conversation. Here it is. What's the next step? We need money. We need organization. God knows, in the next 3 years, we might open our own political party. Open our own political party, host a couple floor walkings in the parliaments and in the Senate and in the White House and all that shit. Oh, they want to be sneaky, we can be sneaky. For what it's worth, no names are to be released at this point, but the Connor camp currently has 3 individuals infiltrated in 3 of our 4 major political parties. Why have we not infiltrated the 4th major political party? We don't have to. They infiltrated us, and we're okay with that. Okay? So yeah, the larger spectrum as to what it is that needs to be created is being observed. Religion, faith-based approach, regardless of the faith the person chooses, everybody believes in something. So the faith-based approach, safeguarding that approach and that faith-based structure, is important to me. Sociological ramifications. How are people going to react when all this happens? Without the people, we're dead. We have nothing. Maintain the institutions of the people. Political construct. How do we maintain the institution known as the people? How do we make sure that the people have everything that they need? Political construct. 4, economic ability to conceive the first 3. That is where we are stuck. And that is what the elites know is making us stuck. Why do you think that quite soon there's going to be an extraction of currency? They've already they've inflated and debased the currency. The next step is the retracting of currency. Why would they do that? Because when we put together things like this in order to do the currency money power grab, to take that back, they don't want that to happen. So they retract the money supply. Far larger than what anybody wants to believe is at play here. But that's okay. The resistance will explain everything that it does, step by step, including the release of one of the most secret projects put together by the Anonymous Collective worldwide. And that will be released January 1st, 2014 at midnight. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, and I want to see your opinions, your reactions. How does John Connor make you feel? Because there's a little bit of JC in all of us.